where you are right now in life. The only thing that is confining you is sometimes our mindset. We have to allow ourselves to expand our mindset, to talk with people who are not like us, to stop judging and putting limiting beliefs on people because of where they're from, how they talk, the color of their skin, their religion. All of those things are dividing us. And if you want to break through that ceiling, you're going to need help from other people. And people always help those that they like and trust. And if you're not trustworthy because you have bad character, because you don't mind telling a lie, you don't care who gets hurt as long as you get what you want, those things will keep you where you are. But if you're willing to make the change within yourself and within your heart and mind, you will become an asset. People will see how hard you work, and someone will come to help you. It's just a matter of you understanding that this is a process, a very tedious process. It can be a very long process. My mom was going through all of that, and I lost my shoe, and I began to question whether, how in the world am I going to be able to do all of these different things? She's telling me I can go to any school and I can have as many scholarships as I want and to never give up on my dreams. How can she tell me that and in the same breath be crying because she feels like she's a bad parent? Because I lost my shoe in a situation that no one expected. How do you do that? How do you overcome that? How do you break through the monotony, the baggage that you're carrying from heartbreaks, losses, from death, being fired on your job, going to get your degree and then finding out you're overqualified in the workplace, starting your own business only to find out that you're working more than you were on the 9-to-5 job? How do you do this and continue to do it until you're able to have time and financial freedom, where you can jump on the boat, or you can stay out on beachfront property, and you can begin buying your own property, and you become the bank? That's what I like to call it. You become the bank when you're able to help others and do things for others, and you have the time to give your time, not your money, your time to things that matter. It takes time to shoot these videos. It takes time to share what it took for me to break through. And it takes a heck of a lot of courage to share my story, because for most of us, we're ashamed. We don't want people to know that we grew up poor, or that our clothes were sewn, or that we didn't talk to a lot of people in high school because we were teased on or bullied. Because, you know, 6'5" woman walking through, I walk through the grocery store, there's not a day that goes by that people don't walk by and go, oh my God, do you play basketball? Oh my God, how tall are you? How's the weather up there? It's some of the most annoying stuff ever. But at the same time, my height has taken me all around the world. 20 plus different countries in 16 years. I've been able to help over 75,000 people, inspire them and empower them to live the life that they want to live. Now it's time for you to understand that you have a story too. Don't be afraid of your story. Don't be ashamed of it. And don't allow it to hold you back. I told you my story because I want you to understand that I had to fight through. It took a lot of people to help me get to where I am. It also took a lot of courage, because I was willing to do whatever it took to change my life and make the most of my situation. Are you? Do you know what you want to do? Are you willing to sit down one day per week and write out 7 things that you can do, 1 each day? Actually, let's do it the way my mentor taught me. It's called a 2-week sprint. You sit down on Saturday or Sunday, you're relaxing anyway, and you write out your 2-week sprint, which is the next 14 days, and it's a sprint. So over that time period, you want to write down exactly what you're going to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of each day. Whether that's a 30-minute task or an hour task, you have to decide how much time you want to commit to your dream. And I'll tell you this, you commit a little bit of time, you'll get a little bit of results. But if you're like some of us who come home after a hard day, we get up, we run, then we go to the weight room, then we go and train these kids, then we have to do our basketball training. Sometimes it's more than a 9 to 5. and you come home and you spend another 3 to 4 hours on your business. Why? Because you want to be in a position to make a change and to live the lifestyle that you want. So you're willing to give up a lot of time in the short run in order to live the life that you want long term. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to sit down and do your 2-week sprint? Get a notebook. Go to the dollar store. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to put a lot of money into this. If you want to go back to school and get your degree, write down your ultimate goal at the top. That one thing that you regret if you only had 30 days to live. We talked about it in the last couple of videos. Write that down at the top. Now you got to figure out the steps that you need to take in order to make that happen. What is that? Do you know? If you don't know, you can use the internet to find out. There are mentors and experts, gurus in every industry. And they're sharing exactly what it takes to be successful in every industry. I was in Mickey DeMoss's office every day at the University of Tennessee, annoying the daylights out of her, learning Pat Summitt's system. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? They got tired of me. I ask why on everything. I want to understand everything. Because how can you duplicate something that you do not understand? So if you want to be a beautician, and you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a pro basketball player, a businesswoman, businessman, go and find someone who is already doing that and that is very successful and that wants to pass the torch. Everyone doesn't want to pass the torch. I'll tell you that right now. Everyone doesn't want to give their time. So you have to find the ones that do. The ones who already have courses. They're free. You can sign up with an email address on most websites. And these people will tell you the first few steps to reaching your dream. Spend 30 minutes researching those people. Go on the internet and put in whatever your industry is, basketball. And put in basketball experts, basketball coaches, trainers, players, whoever you're looking for. And when you put that in, I want you to look at their websites. Look at 2 or 3 different people that you really admire. Are these people that you can follow, that you can duplicate? Are they duplicatable? Meaning, are they sharing that information? If they are, sign up. Begin listening, watching, and reading these emails. You will learn so much in 30 days just from doing that. Just from going to their YouTube channels or their websites and seeing how they have things set up and what they're doing. This gives you an inside advantage. If you do that, you can now create your 2-week sprint. You can write down what I'm going to do on day 1. I may sign up for the emails. Day 2, I may spend 30 days watching YouTube videos or training videos. I may take the e-course on day 3 through, some courses are 5 to 7 days. You may take a different lesson each day. Within 30 days, you know more than 80% of the people in the world. You do that for 3 months, you know more than about 95% of people in that industry, because most people don't study their craft. Most people do not learn the new trends. They don't stay on top of the new ways of doing things, and that's what keeps them behind. If you are willing to do that, it puts you a step ahead of everyone at all times. Puts you in a position to become an expert because you're learning from everyone else what works and what doesn't. It's like learning without having to go through the trials and the obstacles that many of us have had to go through in order to learn. If you do that, you're going to be a successful person. So what I want you to do right now, before we go to the next video, make sure you figure out your 2-week sprint. And once you do that, I'm going to show you the next step to reaching your ultimate goal. The one thing you want to accomplish more than anything if you were to only have 30 days to live.